top new movies in July 2024. Hello and welcome to MaXXXine channel. Last year, July was a festive month for everyone, especially movie buffs, as Oppenheimer and Barbie successfully made their way to theaters. Another year has passed, and there's probably nothing quite like the Barbenheimer phenomena. However, there are still several interesting titles that are ready to entertain you this month. In this video, we summarize some of the films that will be released in July 2024. So, enjoy the video.
Want to talk about what's haunting you, or should we wait for a third act flashback?
Go fuck yourself.
Beverly Hills Cop, Axel F. Beverly Hills Cop, Axel F is an upcoming American action comedy film directed by Mark Malloy and written by Will Beall, Tom Gormican, and Kevin Etten from a story by Beall. Detective Axel Foley is back on the beat in Beverly Hills. After his daughter Jane's life is threatened, she and Foley team up with a new partner and old pals Billy Rosewood and Taggart to turn up the heat and uncover a conspiracy. Axel's been back to Beverly Hills a few times since his first jaunt in 1984, but it's changed just as much as he has. Detroit is a much different city than Los Angeles and especially Beverly Hills. He still has the same kind of wonderment at the things you see walking down Rodeo Drive. Beverly Hills Cop, Axel F is scheduled to be released on the streaming service on July 3, 2024.
We're gonna need some backup.
Whoa! What are you doing?
I'm getting us some backup.
God, I missed you, Axel.
Despicable Me 4. Despicable Me 4 is a 2024 American animated comedy film produced by Illumination and distributed by Universal Pictures. It serves as the sequel to Despicable Me 3. Gru has come a long way from the moon-stealing supervillain we met in 2010's Despicable Me. Now working for the Anti-Villain League, the scarf-loving slaphead has traded dastardly plots for domestic bliss. Gru and Lucy adjust to becoming parents once again as the arrival of Gru Jr. throws the entire house into disarray. As if that wasn't bad enough, the escape of villain Maxime Lamel forces Gru and his clan to go into hiding, all the while attempting to pull off the heists that made him such a notorious supervillain in the first place. While the action plot is exciting, the true heart of Despicable Me 4's story is going to be the relationship between Gru and his young son. Despicable Me 4 is scheduled to be theatrically released in the United States on July 3, 2024. MaXXXine. MaXXXine is a 2024 American slasher film written, directed, produced and edited by T. West. It is the third installment in the X film series and a direct sequel to X 2022. The movie is a whodunit slasher that uses the Night Stalker, the infamous serial killer, as a backdrop to MaXXXine's fame-chasing escapades. When a private eye is hired to find her by a powerful man, MaXXXine ends up targeted as she walks down a memory lane homaging Hollywood horror, which includes a trip to the Psycho House and Bates Motel. There might be more than meets the eye here, though, as Maxime might be contributing to Hollywood's murder problem herself. That would be a clever way to clear the competition, right? Maxine has the star power to make it, but her path to fame will be dangerous. MaXXXine is scheduled to be released in the United States by A24 on July 5, 2024. Longlegs. Longlegs is an upcoming American horror thriller film written and directed by Osgood Perkins. Longlegs is set in the year 1974 and revolves around an FBI agent, Lee Harker, who is assigned an unsolved case of an evanescent serial killer, and she will stop at nothing to figure out the little details that lead her to this killer, but it might be a lot harder and scarier than Harker might have imagined. There are several twists and turns in the case, but when things start heading toward the occult and supernatural forces, Harker recognizes a personal link to the case, and from there, the clock starts ticking on the urgency to solve the case. Longlegs is scheduled to be released in the United States by Neon on July 12, 2024.
I'll be waiting.
Fly Me to the Moon. Fly Me to the Moon is an upcoming American romantic comedy drama film directed by Greg Berlanti from a screenplay by Rose Gilroy. Fly Me to the Moon tells the story of marketing genius Kelly Jones, Scarlett Johansson, as her world collides with that of Cole Davis, Channing Tatum, a NASA employee who has been saddled with the incredibly difficult task of keeping the moon program afloat. With public support for the mission at a low, Kelly is brought in to help sell the moon, a venture Cole believes is pointless. As Kelly begins to bring big changes to the way of running things that Cole is used to, it's uncertain if the two will be able to pull off the biggest task of all, filming a backup to the moon landing in case the real mission fails. Fly Me to the Moon is scheduled to be released theatrically in the United States and Canada by Columbia Pictures through Sony Pictures, releasing on July 12, 2024.
3, 2, 1.
Twisters. Twisters is an upcoming American disaster film directed by Lee Isaac Chung with a screenplay by Mark Ellis Smith from a story by Joseph Kosinski. The film follows Kate Carter, a former storm chaser haunted by a traumatic encounter with a tornado during her college years, who now studies storms behind the safety of a screen. However, she's lured back into the storm-chasing life by her friend Javi to test a groundbreaking new tracking system. In the field, she crosses paths with Tyler Owens, the charming and somewhat reckless social media star who posts his storm-chasing adventures online. As storm season intensifies, terrifying phenomena never seen before are unleashed, and Kate, Tyler and their competing teams find themselves squarely in the paths of multiple storm systems converging over central Oklahoma in the fight of their lives. Twisters is scheduled to be released internationally by Warner Brothers Pictures on July 17, 2024. My Spy, The Eternal City. My Spy, The Eternal City is an upcoming American spy comedy film directed by Pete Segal. It is the sequel to the 2020 film My Spy. My Spy The Eternal City reunites a beloved cast led by Dave Bautista and Chloe Coleman in a feel-good family adventure set in some of Europe's most storied destinations. When Sophie's, Coleman, high school choir is selected for an Italian tour culminating in a performance for the Pope in Vatican City, J.J. Bautista sees this as an opportunity to bond with his new stepdaughter, so he volunteers to help chaperone the group through the Venetian canals, across Florence's renowned bridges and into Rome's most historic sites. My Spy, The Eternal City is scheduled to be released in the United States via streaming on Prime Video by Amazon MGM Studios on July 18, 2024.
What do you think it is, though? Pope? Probably.
Oh, I don't think he's already...
Yeah, I didn't even do that.
Deadpool and Wolverine. Deadpool and Wolverine is an upcoming American superhero film based on the Marvel Comics characters Deadpool and Wolverine, produced by Marvel Studios. Deadpool will be forcibly recruited by the TVA and guided by Paradox, similarly to how Mobius captured Loki and turned him into a TVA agent in Loki Season 1. It seems like Deadpool will eventually end up in the Void, where he will likely meet, fight, and then befriend a Wolverine variant. Multiversal mayhem may ensue as Deadpool and Wolverine find themselves in the MCU, and multiple variants of known Marvel characters from previous MCU and non-MCU Marvel movies and shows may make a small appearance. Deadpool and Wolverine is scheduled to be released in the United States on July 26, 2024, as part of Phase 5 of the MCU.
Let's fucking go!
Let's fucking go.
So, those are some of the films that will be released in July 2024. Hope this video will help you to decide which movie to watch. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe and activate the bell to get notified when we upload a new video. See you on the next video.